Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here in our presentation. Today we're gonna present about the MIV Protect of AIG Vietnam. So let's take a look at AIG. It's an insurance company established in 1990 in US. In 2007, they come to the Vietnam with the name of Charity. However, in 2012, they relaunched with a different name, which is called AIG Vietnam. Their mission is premium provider of insurance with a value that's the protection, investment, and income solution. Their vision is they want to become the best insurance company in the global and also in the local environment. Now let's take a look at the strategy. The first point I want to show you is as an objective. They want to improve their value as a competitive position in the markets. They also, by the way, they serve the individual and the business all around the world, especially in the US and EU. Some of the competitive advantages that they have like long establishment, a wide range of service, global distribution, and a professional working style. So now let's move to the current situation of MIV Protect. They have 5 main tasks. You can see here the first one is the trade credit, the marine is the second one, director and officer liability. The trade guard is the product liability is the final one. They focus on the garment, the seafood, the furniture, and the footwear. Now we won't go to detail about the different one. We wonder that the MIV Protect of AIG Vietnam. It is in the existing markets or is it creates the uncontested markets. And we have prepared for you some product category as you can see here. And you can see that most of them like Bảo Việt, Bảo Minh, they has a mode of activity like AIG. They only QBA provide every service that AIG provide. It means that in the protection and security markets, they already has some key players. And to understand more about how they compete, how they operate, we come up with a strategy canvas. And you can see the most of the point like staff appetite or product diversity, they come up with the same level. However, it's an innovative service. Especially they create e-marine, which means that you can make an insurance transaction online everywhere you want. By this way, you can reduce the processing time. So the innovative service and the processing time is the 2 different ways that the AIG provide for the customer. However, it's not likely like they will create an uncontested markets, because it is 2 small different and it just make them to better the service in this existing markets. Now my friend will continue our presentation.
Okay, thank you, Linh. As my partner Linh said before, AIG differentiates themselves by 2 different values, which are innovative service and low processing time. To create these 2 values, AIG offers e-marines, which is the first and exclusive online tool in Vietnam for AIG customer to get the consultation from expertise, update product information by insurance, and access the list of certificate and qualification. And in the traditional process of AIG, they use salesmen as the source to provide information and related documentation to their clients. However, to reduce the processing time and create the innovative service such as online access and global knowledge, the AIG creates the e-marine. As you can see that AIG try to reach the blue ocean, but they are still stuck in the red ocean because they still keep the current competitive advantage. So therefore, AIG want to beat the competition. Now my partner Quân will present.
Okay, thank you. And now we move to a different tree about the existing demand and the new demand. there are two factors that push the customers' demand. The first thing is the legal requirements, and the second is the potential risks that I will explain to you later. Firstly, the non-European exporters must have authorized representatives, and the AIG has the global network, therefore they have agencies in the European market. The next thing is Vietnam government requires exporters to pay insurance fees, and according to the AIG Trade and Investment 2014, exporters to the US must have product liability and the directors and officers liability insurance. Those requirements above lead to demands of customers for the insurance companies to make sure that they have them to avoid legal claims. And now we move to the potential risks. According to Vietnam News, EU countries always offers low price, while the input cost in Vietnam is very high. Therefore, Vietnam exporters have to refuse others. And Vietnam exporters also have problems about accessing bank loans and trade barriers imposed by foreign importers. And according to the Australian Trade Commission 2015, non-payment risks may happen to the exporters in which they may lose money or do not receive money back for their goods and services, and their profit may be decreased by the currency fluctuation. And those risks also lead to a demand for customers to the insurance companies to assure that they can have exporters minimize those risks. And now we move to the difference for, as my partner mentioned about, the emerging solution can create value to customers by reduce the cost and also reduce the processing time. Therefore, in this case, the AIG try to break the value cost trade-off. And now my partner will continue the presentation.
I would like to continue our presentation with the last difference between red ocean and blue ocean strategy. The question is whether AIG is following differentiation or low cost, or they are trying to offer both. So in here, I would like to highlight some key features of MIV Protect that have the project is differentiated from competitors. Firstly, as you may know, eMarine is the first exclusive online access that allows the clients to access to the list of insurance certificate anytime and anywhere. Secondly, the D&O liability is only used for Asian market. It may be because the Asian managers are not very familiar with the kind of insurance that can protect them from their own business. It means that MIV helps them to avoid legal claims and liability due to their own decision making. Furthermore, the company also provides marine engineers, risk consultations, and finally the global limits that allows the clients to access to macroeconomic data system so that they can have the clearer picture before they make the decision. All of those technological innovation here have the company reduce the operational cost and reduce the paperwork. So in here we can agree that the company are trying to offer both differentiation and low cost. In conclusion, you can see that the company AIG is trying to compete in the existing market with some key competitors by offering some differentiated service package to fulfill the existing demand of Vietnamese exporters at lower cost. In here, we can conclude that AIG is still doing their business in red ocean strategy. However, they are trying to reach to the blue ocean to find out more opportunities in the future. So it is the end of our presentation. Thank you for your listening.